So Glasner reports for duty on his first day at Forest, and 4 signings will be incoming. Welcome to your Forest news. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to your latest Forest news. Coming up, we're going to talk you through an interesting article by John Percy. Sangare looks set to sign a new contract, but is he right for Glasner's formation? And who will these 4 key players be that Oliver Glasner is demanding? So make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribed, and make sure you check out our sponsors today, Oxford Natural. And I gotta tell you, I'm loving these Optimum Nights. They're helping me with my sleep. It's a really good supplement. Make sure you go and check it out now because you can get 70% off your first order if you use code FFTV. The link is pinned in the description. Alrighty guys, let's jump into this because it's exciting times. My boy Glasner is in the house. He's done his hellos with everyone, introduced himself. I mean, this is the 5th manager they've had to introduce themselves to in the last 12 months. But already the demands are starting. And it's looking like Sangare is going to be a key part of this equation, which I was slightly surprised about, if I'm being honest with you, because I looked at Sangare and I'm still, you guys know, I've been his biggest defender. But looking in Glasner's system, I'm not 100% convinced yet, but we will have to wait and see. Am I saying Sangare is done? Of course not. And now that he's looking to commit his future to Forest, let's see how it goes. The other one as well, there's been a lot of talk about is Nico Williams. I even got messages yesterday from some of the Spurs boys saying, how do you rate Nico Williams? I'm like, why? And they're like, we're being linked with him. Spurs have also registered their interest. They filled out that form just like Man United did, just like Newcastle did. Spurs are getting in there as well. But I still firmly believe that Nico Williams will sign a new contract with Forest and stay on. So listen, let's start by running through this article. It's in the Telegraph. It is by John Percy. He says Forest midfielder Ibrahim Sangaré is close to signing a new contract as new manager Glasner starts work at the City Ground. Forest players have reported back for training with Glasner, who is appointed, we know. Glasner is targeting a number of signings this summer, with a new central midfielder emerging as the priority, obviously because Elliot Anderson has gone. Forest are also working to retain the core of their squad, and Sangare is in advanced talks over an extension on his present deal. Then he talks about where he came from. Talks are also ongoing with Wales international Nico Williams, who is on the radar of a number of Premier League clubs. However, after the sale of Anderson, Forest owner Marinakis is reluctant to sanction the sales of any of his key first-team players. And this is something I've been telling you guys about. This is something I've heard for weeks now, that Forest are not looking to sell anyone unless a stupid offer comes in. Glasner wants at least 4 new arrivals, with a new centre-back emerging as a key target, as he wants to play with 3 in defence. I mean, shock horror. And then this is about Reed, who we told you about last week. It's been the subject of an inquiry, but the price demanded by the Eredivisie club is regarded as too high. I think that's very silly. I think 25 million gets that deal done. We need to start... I'll come on to that in a second, right? Forest also interested in Luca Bergval, and he's been linked with Curtis Jones as well. Glasner arrived at Forest training ground on Monday morning with the squad reporting for pre-season before a training camp in Portugal later this month. Now that's interesting because that was set up by Vitor Pereira, so they're just going to carry on with it. Also, this guy, I forgot about him. Guys, what are you saying about Callum Mwendo? £26 million signing from Ron last season is expected back for pre-season despite interest from Frankfurt. Callum Mwendo impressed on his loan from the Bundesliga club during the second half of last season, and Frankfurt have an option to sign him permanently. Forest will also take a closer look at Tyler Binden. He was at the World Cup. He was on loan to Sheffield United. And Glasner was appointed on a 3-year contract after his departure from Palace last season. So a couple of things on that before we get into some more details. This whole £25 million player signings needs to change at Forest now. We need to start targeting the 40, 50 million pound players, because the £25 million players are potential. And we need to build a squad that has a mix of that. So that's why I wanted Reed. I think Reed will work very well under Glasner. 25 million is cheap. But then we need to start upping the ante a bit, going for a £50 million player. I don't know, a Somerville or something like that. not just getting these players that, because we're linked to some more from Brazil, we're linked to Dodo, the right back as well over in Serie A. So there's these players who I feel they were like a last season buy or the season before. We need to be a bit more strategic. In terms of Callum Mwendo though, I think he's well worth a shot under Glasner. I rate him anyway. I didn't want him going on loan on Frankfurt. We could have bloody used him last season. So I think Glasner can have a look at him and see if he works in his system. He could very well do. So that will be interesting to see. Tyler Binden, I still don't think is ready, although I think he's got a lot of potential. And the other one is Jair Cunha. There's reports that he's being linked away back to going back to Brazil as well. Now, I think he's got a lot of potential, but I still think he needs another 6 months, 12 months, something like that, before he can establish himself. So getting a centre-back should be high on the priority. Obviously, a replacement for Elliot Anderson needs to be up there. But that replacement, and this is where I go back to the 50, 60 million pound mark, that replacement is the key one. If you watch when I did the pod with Rich, I'll leave it on the end screen for you. I asked him, what are the key positions in the Glasner system? Is it the wing backs? Is it the centre midfielders? Is it the defenders? He said instantly, it's the 2 CMs. Because they play almost as a 6 and a 6 or a double pivot in there. Their role is up and down that pitch, trying to control the game. So if you're going to have a Sangare, you need someone with legs. Yes, you could use Dominguez, but you got to replace Anderson. Anderson would be the perfect player for a Glasner system. And unfortunately, you know, if we'd have kept him one more year, oh my God, it would have been amazing. Curtis Jones, for me, at the moment, is the right fit for that. I'd have him ahead of Bergvall, but I wouldn't mind Bergvall. But I'm just getting vibes, as I said in the video before, that Curtis Jones wants to go to Inter Milan. I just not getting that vibe. Not that I've spoken to him or anything, but I'm not getting that vibe that Forest is drawing him in. So we could see Bergvall coming. Now, there were reports that Forest had a bid rejected for Bergvall of £43 million a week or so ago. Now, how true those reports are, I don't know. But that's the kind of player that I think we're going to have to go. It's a different profile in this system to having just a holding 6. He almost doesn't play with a holder at all. He plays with 2 midfielders who can push up. Then the centre-back comes in, and the centre-back, I think Murillo's perfect for it, almost becomes the CDM, leaving 2 behind. So don't get yourselves locked into a 6 profile that you need in a Glasner system. But he's reported for duty. He's introduced himself to all the boys. Gibbs White was there. Ola Einar was there. I think Jesus I saw as well. So most of the players are back now. Obviously, Anderson won't be coming back. Forest announced that one as well. So who are the 4 you think Glasner should get? Are there any other names you would like to see? These names are starting to become repetitious for me in terms of Bergvall, in terms of Curtis Jones. And it just feels like these are the ones that are on Forest's A list, on the shopping list. Are they going to get them, or are they going to have to drop down to the B list? We will see. So make sure you've liked and subscribed if you're new here. Make sure you check out Oxford Natural, 70% off your first order with code FFTV, and get yourself these Optimum Night because they're helping me sleep. It's fantastic. See you on the next video. Come on, you Reds.